Okay, first off, happy Monday. Thank you guys for being here. Our official, unofficial, I have a new official, unofficial drawing bowl. So let me pick one. Linda Patchell.
Yay!
She's like, yay, she was manifesting it all day long, right? I know you were. Okay, so it is week 14. I can't believe we only have 2 weeks after this. And then we're going to take a little break till after Labor Day, and then we're going to move forward with some other stuff. I hope you all got a chance to see Saturday's training. I think it was very eye-opening for a lot of people. I got a lot of good feedback, and if you haven't seen it, watch it. And if you've watched it, you might want to watch it again. You always kind of pick up more things the more you watch something, especially a Saturday training. It's only an hour, and so definitely worth your time. So, week 14 is all about personal growth, the game changer in life and business. I have often said over the last 28 years, I'm 5'2" on the outside, 7 feet tall on the inside because of personal growth. I definitely am not the person I started out as 28 years ago. I was super shy. I was definitely a wallflower, if you will. I know you can't believe that, but I would not have gotten up and spoken in front of a room for anything. In fact, the first time my sponsor said I needed to get up and do a meeting, my head spun around, pea soup flew out of my mouth, like the whole thing. It was really bad. And she's like, "You're going to be fine." And I was. And my first time doing a conference call where I had to speak, I thought I was going to throw up or no words were going to come out of my mouth. And they did. And I lived through it and I was stronger because of it. You never go back to the person you were before once you've stretched yourself. And that's why we talk so much about comfort zones. And if you're in a comfort zone, the best thing you can do is get out of it. And I know it's painful, I know it's scary, but every time you do that, you realize what you're really made of and how important it is for that growth. And just in all ways in your life. Like I talk to you guys all the time about what I teach my kids. And, they're like, it's scared for a new job or scared to go on an interview or scared to go whatever, because anything that's brand new for the first time, my grandson's scared to learn how to ride a bike. Colt was really scared to go over a jump all the neighbor kids were going over. And he sent me a video when I was in Montana about 2 weeks ago. He jumped over the jump, and oh my gosh, the pride on his face and the look on his face, how proud he was of himself. And I made it a point that night to call him and just tell him, I am so proud that you didn't give up. I'm so proud that you faced your fears. I know you were afraid and you did it anyway. So our life is full of personal growth and those things that make us scared. If you're not, what'd you say to me the other day, Paula? If you're not scared, if it's not big enough and to scare you, then you know what? What are you doing? You're playing
Not
too
challenging
small.
you.
Yes, you're playing too small for your life and it's not challenging you. Now, there's lots of things in life that challenges us in the ways that we don't want to be challenged, but personal growth is never going to be a bad thing. So, obviously, we're going to do our days, day 1 through 7, like we always do, starting tomorrow. And the core message of this is your business will only grow to the level that you grow. So when you invest in yourself, everything else expands. So it's interesting. Your mind is the first muscle that's going to give up in your body. So personal growth is one of those things that's really about working your mind. So day 1, claim your next level. Focus on identity. Action step, write out who you're becoming. I am becoming a fill in the blank, confident leader, disciplined distributor, consistent business builder, etc. Say it, post it, own it. And your post prompt is going to be, I'm stepping into a new version of me. That declaration all by itself is going to help you grow. You won't be the same after you actually say it out loud, and especially if you say it to somebody that's going to hold you accountable. Day 2, pour into your mind. Focus on input. We have, some of you that don't know, we have Monday morning mentoring. And we read books and talk about subjects that make us grow, that make us step out of that comfort zone. But it's what you're putting into your mind. And I was sharing that 8-hour drive to get here to Washington. And I left yesterday morning at 7:45 and drove 8 hours by myself. And what I do, I put books on tape, obviously audiobooks, and I listened all the way. And by the time I got, first off, it made the trip way faster. And second off, what was I doing? I was pouring into my mind. Now, my other choices was going to be the news or a radio station. And I'm not saying those things are bad. I'm just saying I like made it a choice, something that I was like, this is what I'm going to do, and then this is what I'm going to do. And it was definitely well worth the time. So, action steps: spend 20 to 30 minutes, listen to a podcast, reading a book, watching training. That's why we do those trainings. It isn't for me. I've been there, done that. It's for you. It's for you to step out of that comfort zone and to grow as a distributor. So growth starts with what you feed your mind. Accountability, share one takeaway publicly. That's why I do accountability with working out, because if I don't do the accountability piece, um, I think I'm maybe a little different than a lot of people. I don't want to let myself down. But sometimes when you say it publicly, then you know people are watching. It's easier or it's harder to, I should say, to let people down that are watching. Now, day 3, change your language. Focus on that mindset shift. One of the things we talked about this morning is just waking up and being grateful to be waking up, to be grateful for the day, to be grateful for whatever it is that's going on in your personal life, in your business life, your health, whatever. We have so many things to be thankful for. And one of the things that they said on this book that I was listening to yesterday is your life is a life that somebody else is dreaming of having. And when you think about that, that is powerful. When you think about, because sometimes we're like, oh, this sucks or that sucks, or we have this negative whatever. And when you think about your life is pretty damn good that someone else would love, would dream of wanting to have your life, that changes that perspective in a big way. So action step, catch and replace limiting thoughts. So you're going to focus on that mindset shift with no more, I can't do this. Instead, you're going to say, I'm learning how to do this, or because words will shape your reality. So remember how you speak to yourself. That's something that's sometimes we talk to ourselves like we would never talk to another human being. Day 4, invest in yourself. Focus on growth. Action step is to do one thing that stretches your abilities in whatever way that is, because everyone's got different ones, right? So go live. Invite someone that you've been thinking about to take a look, or to get on the phone, or to get on a Tuesday night, or to get on a phone call, or a 3-way message, or something. And then share that vulnerability. Growth lives outside of comfort zones. Day 5, do something hard. Focus on expansion. Your action step is to choose one habit to commit to daily. Could be water intake. It could be eating healthier. It could be starting your day with protein. It could be doing, 3 follow-up calls for every day for this week. It's anything that stretches you is what you really want to focus on. Let's see. So it could be your morning routine, it could be a workout, it could be posting, it could be reading. Small habits, big transformations. We sometimes, well, what you do every day is going to make you grow way more than what you do every once in a while. And most of us do things every once in a while. So remember that. Day 6, align your habits, focus on discipline. This is where that consistency really is going to come in. Your action step is to help someone. Think about how there's people in our lives that are going through things we don't even know about, like things that you wouldn't trade lives with them for anything. And you may just be that person that changes everything for them. Maybe it changes their next 5 minutes. Maybe it'll change their day, their month, their year. You don't know. But that kindness, and that's something that I was just talking to my daughter today. She talks to the boys a lot, and they're only 4 and 6. And she talks to them about being kind. You don't know their home life. You don't know if they have parents at home that love them, or that if they're in a bad situation, you don't know that. And we should start teaching our children that from when they're very little, because there's a lot of adults out there, honestly, that aren't very nice. So encourage them, align your habits, focus on discipline, help someone, encourage them, answer a question, share something valuable, share something vulnerable with them where they may go, oh my gosh, she deals with that too. Growth multiplies when you give it away. And then day 7, serve someone else. We talked about this on Saturday. Be in service of. Focus on leadership. Action step, reflect on your week. So this last week, how did I grow? What did I overcome? Who am I becoming? Then share that publicly. And you know what? For those of you that didn't grow at all because you didn't step out of your comfort zone, share that too. A lot of times people will learn more from your perceived failures. They're not failures, but your perceived things that you feel like you failed in. Sometimes they will resonate with that, and you're going to be more relatable to them when you share the things that didn't go as planned, just as much as when things go as planned. So, this week is all about personal growth. And I think not only is it change everything about your business, but personally, I think it changes everything about your life. I would not be here 28 years later if I would not have had a whole lot of personal growth all along the way. And if you've read my book, you guys know all of that. So, with that, 12 minutes, look at that, start to finish. If anyone doesn't have any questions, then happy Monday. Thank you. I will post this right now. I'll go to the page and post it. And then, of course, you can find all the trainings, all the 14 weeks. This one will be uploaded tomorrow. Ross is back in stateside. And so this will be posted there tomorrow, but you can find all the rest of the weeks. And they're really good things. If you don't have anything presently to read, go back and review some of those. Even just these, because I talk about these steps. Yes, I add to them as I'm sharing with you guys in a little training. But just go in and check those out and remind yourself of the things that we've learned over the last 14 weeks. It'll definitely help. Okay, you guys, thanks so much. Have a great night.